what's up? We're Monster Kid Media. Tonight we're gonna do the 1981 classic werewolf movie, The Howling, due to
Woohoo.
Stevie's request this time. But before I
Yeah.
say anything, Mike, I like to try to keep this page horror related. And I don't like to go off topic or do other topics, but I think we gotta acknowledge something.
Okay. Oh man.
Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
the Cleveland Browns are I don't know. I'm
Any.
just so happy about Baker.
Uh,
He's killing it. Stevie's looking at us like he doesn't know what the hell we're talking about.
Stevie has no idea what we're talking about.
No clue. No
Oh,
clue.
Stevie doesn't really watch football too much. Cleveland Browns suck. They
yep.
gave up their quarterback for
They gave up Hall of Famer
the
Baker Mayfield.
quarterback. Anyway, shout out to Baker Mayfield because I know he's watching. Anyway, let's
He's
get
still
into
my
this
quarterback.
movie.
Sports are for
I actually
nerds.
watch the games with my other buddy whose name happened to be named Steve, and he's a big Tampa Bay fan. And it's nice that somebody else gets to enjoy Baker and
Yeah,
appreciate him.
I'm happy about that for you guys.
Yeah.
I
Does
could give a wet fart.
does does your friend Steve watch Monster Kid?
No.
Well,
So
okay.
he's not really a friend.
Yeah, he's not a
All
very good
right.
friend.
Well, fair. Tell him we shouted out.
All right, so I don't have any Howling t-shirts. Baker Mayfield's a dog. That's all I gotta say.
It is.
So,
It is.
1981's The Howling.
The Howling.
The Howling, directed by Joe Dante, starring Dee Wallace and Christopher Stone. So, who actually were married,
Yep.
which makes parts of this movie weird.
Well, this movie they were engaged. They
Okay,
weren't married yet.
okay. And that's why she changed her name to Dee Wallace Stone later on.
Yeah.
But they are no longer married, correct?
Correct.
Well, he
He's dead.
Oh,
He died in 95.
did she die? Did he die when they were married?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
He had a heart attack, I believe.
Oh
I believe
man.
it was a heart attack.
And from what I understand, that they hired her first, and then she recommended him and acted like they didn't really know each other.
Yeah,
So they didn't. Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what I
really?
read.
Yeah.
So she snuck him in.
She snuck him in.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. I like that.
And it's awesome because with us talking about this, there's a little bit of foreshadowing of that in this movie when we get to the part I'll tell you. But it's totally sounds like their story.
Okay.
So
And
Joe Dante.
he cheated on her with like a werewolf.
No.
No?
Well, I don't
No.
know. I don't know for sure, but But so Joe Dante, directed Piranha.
Hmm.
He did Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones, Gremlins. I don't know if you guys ever seen Matinee. If you haven't, very good movie. John Goodman.
Never saw it.
Oh, you'll love it. It's really good. It's about the older movies going to theater and how they did like exploited horror films, and they would actually like there's a shocker one where they actually zap the seats to make people jump as they're watching the movie. So it's based on a true story, but a lot of people from The Howling was in that also.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
And The Burbs, that's another one Joe Dante did with
Burbs.
Corey Feldman
Yeah.
and Tom Hanks.
Great
So
movie.
I love the Burbs. That's such a good movie.
it is.
We're gonna have to do a Burbs episode.
Yeah.
I'm down. That movie's so
Didn't
good.
he get Gremlins based off of the Howling? Isn't that
Yes.
how the story goes?
Yep. Did The Howling and then got the okay for the Gremlins. It was all about he did part 1 and 2 of Gremlins.
Yeah.
So
And there's a lot of connections. I'm like, from what I kind of researched, that there's a lot of connections between the two movies actually. That they
there's
might
some
actually be
tidbits.
within the same universe, right? Something like that.
Yeah, little Easter eggs here and there.
In
But
Howling, And
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 Grem- Gremlins, he took stuff from Howling.
yeah, from
Yeah.
the Howling, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
So I didn't watch this movie when I was a kid, and pretty much the opening scene tells you why.
Yeah.
Like I did have some government in my life that could, it was like directing what I could watch and what I couldn't watch. The movie starts off pretty raw.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know we got some feedback that we probably shouldn't hit like all the boring parts, but the beginning of this movie is kind of crazy. Um,
It's really gritty.
it's very gritty. So it
Mm.
shows Karen kind of walk. Well, it does the new stuff at first. That's just some filler stuff. Kind of tells you that Karen is basically a journalist or a reporter, or whatever, and she's going undercover to meet Eddie Quist. And she's like going through these dirty ass streets. It's like the typical like 1980s dirty city. And she's walking down an alleyway. First of all, why would she do this by herself?
Well,
You know,
she had the little
She's
monitor, the little
she's a
microphone.
go-getter. She's a go-getter reporter.
it was 1981. How good could a monitor be?
Well,
It wasn't, as we found out.
yeah, yeah, true, very true.
So she's walking down the alleyway, and the first creepy part was the dude who like puts his leg up and doesn't let her pass
Yeah.
and asks
She's like,
how
Eddie?
much.
She's like, Eddie? Like, what?
Yeah, everyone's Eddie as she's walking through there.
Yeah.
Eddie, Eddie, Eddie.
Yeah.
She doesn't know
I mean, I
what.
guess that's where serial killers hang out in alleyways. So
Well, it's supposed to be 42nd Street in New York City. So that's why it is
Dirty.
the way it is. Yeah, very that area was very dirty from what I heard back in the day. Just all, porn shops and prostitutes and stuff like that. But 42nd Street, as far as people, most people that are into exploited cinema and stuff knows that that was where you could go see Texas Chainsaw, go see Evil Dead, stuff they would show it at the porn hubs later on at night and stuff.
Gross.
So I think they did awesome making it look like
hubs.
the way they shot it for that part looks like an exploited cinema type feeling when you're watching it.
It definitely
Yeah.
does. And I feel like the uncomfortability, is that a word? Like
Mhm.
when she's walking, I'm like, this is not gonna end well. It makes
No.
me
Yeah.
free to the porn shop. Um, I have to reference my own personal life here. I,
You spend a lot of time in porn shops.
so when I used to deliver Red Bull, I would have to go into those places.
I remember you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me. Like it wasn't in the 80s, but I would go in and talk to the manager, hey, how many cases of Red Bull do you need or whatever? And they would have like coolers. I guess people get parched when they're in those booths.
So
Last thing you need is an energy drink in a porn spot.
Yeah, they were
maybe that's exactly where you need an energy drink. Energy drink.
very weird places, and it didn't make me like. I walked in and I felt icky, but like it, the places. This is like when DVDs were kind of big and I don't know if Blu-rays were even big, but like there were aisles of DVDs then, and then they had like their rooms. It's crazy. Like it's weird to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like can't
Yeah.
you just stay at home? Do that shit at home.
I'm sure some of them are like dirty men that are married that don't want their wives to know that they're going to rooms to see that stuff. I don't know.
So they have a they they have a couple different kinds that you can like put quarters in, and like a screen will drop and it'll be like a live person, or they'll have like the TVs. So this one was like a TV, right? So she finds her way into this booth and she notices the little smiley face,
Yeah.
which ends up being Eddie's kind of like thing.
Yeah.
Smiley face sticker. There it is, right
The
there.
smiley face. Oh, look at that.
I like how you wrote the
I thought,
house in there.
yeah, the
You like
howling on it. Yeah, yeah.
eh?
You like even used the font. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Hey,
Mike,
it's no joke. No joke.
Mike's notes aren't that detailed.
I have mine says The Howling, just not.
You don't have the font.
I don't have the font, and I don't have the stranger's smile. Oh, I guess they stole that.
So she goes in this booth.
So that video that they did, they made it especially for the movie.
Oh,
Like that wasn't a clip from like a porn movie. They actually made that clip themselves for that scene.
uh,
Nice.
yeah, it was. We can't
Nice.
get too graphic, but it wasn't even like porn. It was just like, what do they call that? What do they call it, Stevie? Like 8 millimeter, that movie 8 millimeter, scat,
Oh, snuff. Like
snuff.
snuff.
That scat
Enough. Yeah.
snuff,
Yeah,
And
that's a little different.
whatever.
Yeah, it's a snuff, like a snuff film.
but that's
Both
kind of what it looked like. Yeah. It wasn't any sort of, yeah.
very real looking, very hard to watch. So,
Yeah.
right off the rip, that's why I wasn't watching The Howling when I was a kid. Probably that scene, and then a couple other scenes throughout the film. But
You didn't know that that was part of that movie, I guess.
what's what's that?
Well, like, okay, so you watched all these movies as a kid, right? But it's not like you knew that that was the beginning of The Howling. And I
No,
doubt, I don't,
I'm sure that
uh,
like my mom probably, you know, uh, like saw The Howling and was like, "No, you're not watching that one."
did she? Did she always like vet the movies that you watched?
I don't really remember.
Yeah, see, I was lucky. Both my parents didn't like horror films, so I just dive right in.
How is that like Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
So who does Eddie put the quarter in? I think Eddie puts the quarter in the booth.
Yes. Yep. She
Yes.
sits down, he puts the quarter in.
Yeah, and he's like
Um,
behind her, and he's just
yeah.
trying to woo her or whatever he's trying to do.
Well, I want to take a moment here and I want to kind of talk about 80s movies in general. And I think any kind of older movies, right? I don't know. I feel like all editors in this time period, when they would edit movies, were high or just didn't care or never thought that these movies would ever be released in higher definition.
Yeah. Oh
Because
no. That thing
you know what
wasn't
I mean?
that wasn't even a thing then. So
Yeah. So I'm watching and like Eddie's talking, and you can see him and like his mouth's not moving at all.
I was gonna
It's like,
ask that. I was gonna ask
yeah,
if you guys caught that at all,
yeah.
watching that.
But it's not just horror movies. It's like, I watch some of these old 80s movies, and the way they're edited is always just so bizarre. There's a lot of really weird edit cuts and that kind of thing. Um, which is something I normally I see in these low budget movies. Like they've got to cut something somewhere, and usually it seems like it's on the editing table.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. And they probably just didn't think that they would ever have like video clear enough to where you could
Right.
actually see it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was still a creepy part. It didn't take away from the just the dirtiness of that part,
Yeah.
you know.
Um, before we get too deep into this booth, there was a part that always kind of made me laugh. It was right before it was kind of like during this movie cuts a lot.
Yeah.
Um, when the news anchor is talking about how Karen is going undercover and he's like practicing in the bathroom
Yeah.
and he's got like this deep ass news anchor voice. And then Bill, Karen's husband, I guess they're married,
Yeah,
comes
they're
in
married.
and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, hi, Bill," and his voice is
Yeah.
like super high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That always made me laugh.
Do you guys know
Yeah.
who that is?
The news anchor?
Yeah.
No.
Mike, do you know?
I don't know. I mean,
I
I did things, but I don't know. Mm-mm.
I figured you would recognize him right away with the movies you watch. It's the principal from Teen Wolf,
Oh man.
the one that
Really?
the
Mhm.
dad's picked on and stuff. Yeah, another wolf movie. They could have so thrown the Howling into Teen Wolf, and that's why he's scared of wolves instead of the dad, you know?
That's
That's
crazy.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
realize
Wolf from Teen. Yep.
This movie has a lot of references to a lot of things, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like yeah, a lot of wolf references.
A lot of wolf references, but a lot of references to other just genres everywhere. Um, I don't remember the name, but I guess the guy that was standing outside the phone booth.
Hmm.
Um, that was just again, it was a cameo, and I found it to be kind of an odd part. But then I researched it, and that was because he was a famous director. Do you guys remember his name?
Outside the phone booth. Oh, um, wasn't it the guy who? Oh shoot, was it Rod? No, it wasn't Roger Corman.
That might be right.
What's
Roger
that?
Corman sounds right.
Was it Roger Corman?
Roger Corman sounds right. I think that's who it is.
Because Roger Corman's the one who like financed or whatever the Piranha movie and
Yeah,
stuff. He just
I think
does
that
movies very cheaply, and I know Joe Dante
that's okay. That
referenced
is him.
something about that.
Yeah, that is him because I guess when he goes in the phone booth, like he's like looking for change to represent that he makes things cheaply. So yeah,
Right
that's
on.
him.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was fun. But there's a lot of that in this. Like the names of the characters and stuff are all from like older movies, and they have a lot of they pay a lot of homage to older films.
Is this a movie you guys were watching when you were younger,
I did.
Mike?
I I it's been so long I didn't remember this movie at all. So it was cool. It's cool to go back and watch it.
So you were
Like
you were
little
watching
pieces.
you were watching weird porn movies when you were a kid, Stevie.
It was just like split second in a movie. It's not like I'm watching that.
Mel and I were watching Spice, trying to get the squiggly line.
Oh, the Spice Channel. Yeah.
Yeah, the squiggly line.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm
Like
just like
yeah,
I'm throwing in the Howling.
like a split second you could just see through the lines. You're like, "Oh,
Yep,
I saw it."
yep, that's it.
For those of you old enough, you remember the Spice Channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was
geez.
it like 19 or something? I forget. But uh yeah, that whole booth scene, it's hard to watch. I don't even like to watch that those kind of scenes in other films.
Well, his character is very dirty like that. So I mean it has a point. It's not like it's just a scene to shock people. You
Yeah.
know, they're
Yeah.
just introducing this guy who I think that worked out great because I legitimately felt uneasy whenever he was on the screen or
Hmm.
whenever he came out in the movie because he was just they built him up. I think just from that stuff and the drawings and stuff, they built him up as scary. Just as Matt said, icky.
Yeah, he's icky.
Icky.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
even now when I watch it, I still feel icky. When I see him, the whole booth scene, the whole store scene.
he
So
did so good.
her monitor isn't working, and finally they track her down to the booth, and there's a transformation in this booth, right? Like he
Yeah.
starts wolfing out, and she freaks out, backs out of the booth, and as she's backing out, the cops bust in and pop a cap.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
big twist.
a couple.
Yeah.
Kill him.
I guess when they shot that scene, they didn't tell her about that video store, like what it was. So her responses when she's looking at the videotapes and stuff, when she looks like appalled by him and stuff, that's real.
Yeah, they're weird places to be in. Have you guys ever been in one of those places?
Can't say I
I've
have.
not.
That job took me to a lot of weird places that I would never like be in normally, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
Yeah, the one time I remember I delivered the guy's Red Bull and like he paid me in cash, but it was like wet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ew.
Like
that's
I,
that's
it was gross. I don't know what it was. Ugh. I threw that shit on
Ew.
the floor and I turned the heater on and let it dry it up and took it to the bank.
Do you wash
Yuck.
your hands?
Yeah, of course I washed my hands. It was a gross. I mean, money's kind of dirty anyway,
Yeah,
you know?
kinda.
Ugh, yucko.
Yeah.
So did you were talking about the names in this movie, being like the older names or whatever?
Mhm.
Did you later on in the movie, there's a police officer, which we'll get to, but that cop, his real name in real life is Slim Pickings.
Yeah, Slim Pickens.
Yeah. So
Right?
as they're doing the names in the beginning of the movie, I was like, that is awesome. That his name is Slim Pickens.
That's a sweet name.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. Ugh.
that's a great name.
So, there's a bunch of filler stuff,
Yeah,
like Karen and Bill, or Bill tries to get it, and Karen's like, I no, and then she like,
yeah. She keeps having flashbacks and stuff. Oh,
yeah,
by the way, Bill, at the beginning of the movie, I'll try to get a picture for you, but he has and he wears twice. He's definitely wearing some sort of a female woman's cardigan at the beginning there. That
Is it that
white.
white one with the buttons that go all the way up, like
Yeah.
around the neck? Like, I was
maybe
wondering about that thing. I always wondered, like, how do you button it up like that?
It's it's got to be a female thing because they always females always have the buttons on shirts that have no meaning to it. They're just there sewn in.
women's clothes are weird anyway. Like you got
They,
pants that don't have pockets. That's so stupid.
yeah, yeah,
Or there
yeah.
is
Pants,
a pocket and it's not really a pocket. What the fuck?
and then they're like, "Oh, can you carry this?" It's like you're wearing pants. Oh, they don't have pockets. What?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
So,
yeah.
uh, she
Yeah.
goes back to work, you know, and it kind of reminds me of like our first podcast that we ever did, where she's sitting there and it's her turn to talk, and she's like, uh,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just
And the one
freeze.
the one main guy at the place, Fred, it was great because I saw him. I was like, man, I've seen this guy in some movies, and one of the movies I love him in is Inner Space. And I looked it up, and like I guess the guy that did this did the Howling. I think I could be wrong, but I think did Inner Space. Like he's connected to Inner Space somehow. But
The main
that
guy
movie's
in
awesome.
the main guy in the news channel.
Yeah, the older guy
Okay.
that I guess runs it.
That they call old man throughout the whole movie. I don't even know if he has a
Maybe
name. They just keep
his
calling him
real
the
name
old
is
man.
so his name's Fred in the movie. He was actually in UHF also, and I remember him from UHF as well.
Is he the
But
guy who's kind of a dick?
yeah, his name's Kevin McCarthy.
And he was like, maybe she's pregnant. Go get Yujiyama or Yujimoto or whatever her name is.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy? That
Yep.
he said that. And I'm like, what?
And then he's watching himself doing a thing on the TV screen. He's like, now that's a professional. Right after that.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Like he says, go get Yujiyama or Yujimoto or whatever you say her name is. It's kind of funny because, and I don't want to jump ahead, but when they get to the camp, the one girl at the camp's like, "Oh, you're the news girl. You're my second favorite to that Chinese woman, whatever her name is."
The husband just looking at her like, shut up.
There's a lot of really good subtle humor in this movie,
Yeah,
There is.
which
There
I
is.
which I appreciate.
So
very good.
she can't work. They send her. She goes to the doctor. Doctor's like, "Hey, come to my resort,"
Mhm.
and which is
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you're a doctor. What are you inviting me to your place for? But she goes. Her and Bill go.
I guess that guy that played the doctor, he doesn't like horror movies. He like has really bad uh what's that, PTS or whatever that's called.
PSTD.
PTSD,
Yeah, from like
PTSD.
he was in like
PSTD.
Vietnam or something. So like he can't handle like explosions and stuff like
Oh wow.
that. But this movie, he said there was parts that bothered him, but he got through it. He really enjoyed this movie. The only other thing I know him from is like Waxwork. He was in Waxwork. I think he was in one and two, but I know part one for sure. But yeah, I guess like he had a hard time. He almost turned the movie down just because of that.
Seemed like he was a friendly doctor.
Friendly, friendly
Seems like
man,
it.
friendly man.
Um,
Um,
yeah, so I liked it. So I liked it when they went to the camp. I liked um how they. So I guess this is a real place in California.
the camp.
Yeah,
The
that you can
Colony,
actually go visit.
when it's supposed to be like up by New York, but they're showing it in LA.
Yeah, I think it's in California.
Hmm.
And I mean, some of the cabins. I know the cabin. Some of the cabins are,
I know it
and you
was
can go.
filmed out in California, but
Yeah, and you can still visit them.
that's
But
cool.
yeah, I like the usage of the fog that they did. Um, it gave it a really good feel to it. Um, it was a little slow for a little while, but
Yeah.
then once it kind of started picking up, I mean, you got an idea of when they had that little get together, at the bonfire and everything, that you could already tell that they were all kind of. It seemed like they were all kind of together.
Yeah. They're a colony.
Yeah.
They're a colony at the colony.
There's a part, right at this part where they're kind of introducing all the characters in the colony. This is like where you go in and you're seeing everybody's kind of personality. One of my favorite parts of this movie is the old guy.
Mhm.
And I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know if I've ever related to somebody in a movie as much as the old guy in these scenes because he's just like he's around all these people and he's just like shuffling around and he's just over it, right? And then he like looks
Yeah.
over and there's like a couple like kissing by the bonfire and he's just like ugh. Like I don't want to have anything to do with any of this. Then he like walks over. Uh, oh, he says something about his teeth not being good. He was like trying to chew meat. And he's like, "Well, my teeth aren't good. I can't take this anymore."
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like I really feel for this guy. Like that's gonna be me in probably 5 years.
I could see you try to jump in a fire too.
Then he makes his way
Yeah.
over the fire and he's like, "I just want to end it," and he just tries to jump in. Like I don't know that he might be my favorite character.
Matt's gonna start taking off his fire stuff and just jump into. He's
Jump in
like,
the
"I'm
fire.
going in, guys."
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. Tired.
Oh, my favorite is when he looks at those two people kissing and he's like, it just best
Oh,
character.
and also at that part, you find out, I think that's when you find out that um what's his face with the girl sweater? He is a
Bill.
vegetarian or a vegan. He won't eat
Yep.
meat.
Yeah,
Yep.
So it makes sense that he's wearing a girl sweater, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little foreshadowing.
it's a little foreshadowing.
And that also is what I was saying earlier about the relationship with them in real life and how it was kind of foreshadowed in the movie. So it was a little bit before that party at the colony by the fireplace, but they introduced each other. And I think, well, they were talking to him. I think it was for the news reporter or whatever, but they called her by his last name, which I believe was White. And he's like, no, no, she kept her maiden name,
That's her
didn't
maiden name.
change it
Yeah.
White, and that's kind of like, their relationship at the time and going forward.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is where you
Um,
see that hoe Marsha.
Yeah.
yeah.
Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Marsha is scandalous.
Yeah.
You know, like the first day one, you're already trying to sling wolf tickets at this dude
Right away.
right away. Like they're at the fire and she's already trying to move in, and it's just, I don't know. You can tell this hoe's up to no good.
Yeah.
Something about
Yep.
her. Um,
Yep.
so they're at the party, whatever, it's fine. Um, Party ends, they go to bed. Um, Karen has more nightmares.
Yeah.
Wakes up, goes outside because she hears howling. Like that's
Mhm.
logical. Let's go out
Yeah.
where I hear wolves.
Yeah.
I
And there's somebody out there. Do we think that we're assuming is that Eddie out there?
think that's TC.
You think
That's
it's
what I was
TC?
gonna say. Maybe it was
That's
T because he seems to be the wanderer, the one that like
Okay.
sneaks around and tiptoes around like that.
yeah. So
But there is, I don't know if you caught it in the cabin when she first gets there, there is a smiley face sticker in her cabin.
oh, I didn't
So
catch that one.
it could be Eddie.
Could be Eddie. Um, Next morning they go. They're doing colony things. Karen's playing tennis with her new friend, and the sheriff makes a joke about you guys need a golden retriever. Another subtle kind of joke.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of back and forth with this movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and it's
There's a
hard,
lot of back.
and it's a lot of filler.
Hmm.
So it's very hard to do our typical format of like going through this movie
Yeah.
how we would normally do it. So I'm trying to like
Which is fine.
trying
It's
to keep
fine.
it somewhat interesting.
Yeah. So, um, I mean, we kind of skipped it, but I'll just really talk about it real quick. But her friend and her husband or boyfriend or whatever, they've searched and they went to Eddie's place, saw the drawings, which were really cool to see.
Yep.
And that's kind of important because they find that one drawing, right, of the lake. And so
Hmm.
that kind of comes back later on in the movie.
And a
Um,
drawing of her too.
and a drawing of her. Yeah. And so that was interesting because they come back later on in the movie. So after they have the party though, they go on some kind of a hunt for wolves, right?
Hmm.
And it's like at minute 36. Well, before that though, they hear the cow. They hear some ghost cows.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Yeah.
So then they find the cows, and the one guy says something like the cow killer, or I can't remember what it was, but it was some funny line. Um, and but they go searching for the for the wolves or whatever, and it's like at the 36-minute mark, and then there's this weird circus music when
There's a lot of that in this. There's a couple scenes where they have that weird circus music, like
I'm
carousel
like,
music.
yeah, I'm like, what is this? It
Yeah.
doesn't fit at all. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
The
they do
editors,
that a
man,
couple times.
they were smoking something, I think.
Is this when they're doing the hunt?
Yeah, when their first hunt, when like he goes with them and he shoots the rabbit.
Yeah,
Teaches them
so
how to
like
shoot the gun.
they kind of show them how to shoot a gun,
Yeah,
which I like this dude is like 40 something years old and I don't know, that's just a
He's a
weird scene.
vegan. He's a vegan.
He's a vegan.
it's a vegan.
Uh
And the gun makes a regular gun sound, even though it's like a shotgun. But that's fine.
I didn't even catch that.
We'll let it go.
Um there is
So
in between these Karen's at a meeting, right? Like a I don't know, like therapy session. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, like a therapy meeting. Yeah.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because we had Jaws had the Hitchcock shot.
Oh
She's
yeah. Yeah.
she's recounting what happens in the booth. Then it gets to a point where she can't talk about it anymore, and then they use the Hitchcock shot again.
Yeah. At the 37-minute, 25-second mark.
Bam. That's
wow, look at that.
Hitchcock shot.
Hitchcock shot.
Nice.
Very cool to see. I love seeing that shot in any film. Not
Yeah.
nearly as effective as it was in Jaws.
No.
Um, but I'm really glad they put that in there. It's a cool nod to Hitchcock, and
Yeah.
it wasn't even necessary to put in. Like it didn't do anything to the viewer, I don't feel like.
Right. Not really. Not
No,
really.
it's
I feel
very
like
subtle.
they did it because they could.
Yeah. Like we gotta do a nod to Hitchcock. Let's do a Hitchcock shot at this therapy session.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, like we said before, the throughout the whole movie, there's all these homages to old wolf movies, and everything is wolf in the movie. Wolf liquor, wolf chili, you
Yep.
know. Yeah. The one dude is reading a book from Thomas Wolfe,
I
right?
noticed that today. Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's hilarious.
Notice that.
I forget the name of it, but I looked up the title and I was like, oh, okay, Thomas Wolfe. um,
Yeah,
but
it's a
it was
long
just it
title. I
was
forget.
yeah, it was really neat to see all that. But it made it interesting to watch because there is a lot of filler in this movie. There's a lot of downtime. Um, the payoff is worth it, but there is a lot of downtime. So
Yeah.
So speaking of cameos and homages, right after or right around the rabbit hunt where Bill kills the rabbit, they cut again to the bookstore. It's like
oh
an
yeah,
like
yeah.
an occult bookstore, and you see Dick Smith in there, who I love that dude. He's in like he's in so many movies, and you just he's one of those guys that you typically like. What's the guy's name? He's in everything.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite cameos in the film, um, do you guys know who was in the bookstore with him?
Grandma.
Um, is that what you were gonna say? I didn't know if you were referring to that or not,
Was
Matt.
it grandma or grandpa?
No,
Grandma.
Forrest Ackerman is in there, who
Oh,
was the
is that the guy looking at the cards?
yeah, and Dick Smith's like he's like
Oh,
leave those alone unless you're gonna buy them. It's just like a real quick cameo. So then
yeah.
Forey kind of like turns around and you can see he's holding uh famous monsters of filmland magazines in his hand.
I didn't realize that was him. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool quick cameo. Um,
Yeah, there was a couple cameos. Like you said, Grandma was in there too
Yeah.
from
the
That's
Texas
why I'm
bookstore.
Chainsaw.
wearing. That's why I'm wearing my TCM
Nice.
flannel tonight.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean
think.
Robert Burns did the set design for this movie.
Mhm.
So that's why. That's like that part where he picks up the armadillo.
Yep.
That's from that. He since he worked on Texas Chainsaw, he brought some of that stuff over for this, which you can tell in the brother and sister's cabin. When you look at that, it's straight up Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, and it was funny because obviously I'm watching this movie. I don't know anything about that, but as she's walking and she runs into the thing of the bones,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I'm like, oh, this is like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, and then it was just funny because I was like, man, this is very everything looks like similar. But I think in the of the occult place, I think in the front window is a skeleton from it as well that they don't
Oh,
really talk.
really?
It's in a coffin.
I didn't see
But
that one. I have to go back and watch that.
yeah,
I was just excited to see Grandma in there, because that's like straight up like out there in the chair and
yeah,
everything,
it's just out.
just
Yeah,
like
it's
how
just
she
out
is in
there.
the attic at the house.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that bookstore. I don't know what it is. There's something about a ladder on wheels that roll back and forth. It's very like
Yeah,
I want that in my house.
Well, that looks cool
you should
until
get
you
that.
watch The Beyond. When you see Lucio Fulci's Beyond, then you're kind of like, maybe not.
So, bookstore is like, yeah, blah blah blah, silver bullets, wolves, whatever. It's kind of just filler stuff, but uh-oh.
It's falling.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Keep
So
going
Oh
down.
no.
Crap the bed.
oh, Steve's having some technical difficulties.
Oh
Crap the
man.
bed.
So from here, Marcia, it goes back to Marcia and Bill, and Marcia's cleaning the rabbit, and
Yep.
he's
Gives
like,
him the rabbit's foot.
yeah, throws a rabbit's foot at him.
Yep.
Um, I don't know what just happened here on this Zoom. Like I did a hand motion thing and it popped up and asked if I wanted to have like hand motions. What the hell? So she's cleaning this rabbit up, throws him the rabbit's foot, and
Allergy.
it gets it's like how long is this gonna take? And she's like, we're gonna do this later, and then like really moves in,
Yep.
goes in for she kisses him, and he does this like violent like and like throws her. Like
Dare you, woman?
instead of just like being like no, he like assaults her, throws her off.
I have a feeling that he was supposed to be kind of abusive
Really?
originally in this because there's like a deleted scene that they showed on the DVD where Dee Wallace Stone's character, and this is like before anything happens later on. It was like pretty much at the beginning of the movie. She's like looking in the mirror after getting out of the shower or something, and she has like a huge bruise
Hmm.
on her shoulder, and she kind of hides it. I'm wondering if they were like hinting at that, but then decided to cut it out.
Well, he does smack her in the face.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's after he was bit.
yeah,
Is that like an like a 70s 80s smack your wife in the face kind of thing?
yeah. I think
Wife,
so.
wife of Bill.
Yeah.
Woman, stay in your place and don't ask about these marks on my back.
Yeah,
Uh
right. Yeah, where are those marks from? I don't know. He
so
was attacked by a werewolf.
he runs off, goes home.
Yeah.
Uh
Can we just like before you go any further, jump in here and acknowledge how weird the brother was at this point? My sister, she'll cook up that rabbit for you. Go on, she won't mind. With that little grin that he had, just no, it's okay, go, really.
yeah, well
Like
he
he
was
straight up set that up.
yeah, he
Yeah,
wanted to make that guy a part of the colony.
yeah. Well, dude already looks like a wolf before he's a wolf.
Yeah, he does.
He's got like a Tom Atkins kind of look, but he also does look like wolf. Like he's his chest hair is out of
Yeah,
pocket.
like a special. He looks like a special wolf.
He does.
Oh, Jesus.
Trim that.
I love it how he's always looking like he's like sitting like a dog. Like it almost every time you see him, it's like he's sitting on all fours.
I
Like you ever
never,
notice, like he's squatched down, like kind of like it's weird.
I never picked
You
that
think
up.
like when they were
Yeah,
recorded, they're like, "Hey, you're not a wolf right now." Okay.
yeah, you're messing it up. Oh,
He's like
jeez.
one of those method act. He's like, I'm method acting.
I can't get out of wolf mode.
I can't get out of wolf mode.
And
I
then he
have to
goes
get in
and
character.
then he goes and shits in the corner.
But she kind of bites his lip, it looked like, when he shoved her away.
Yeah.
Because he like shoves her and he's like holding his lip like like she bit him. So I don't know
Yeah.
if he shoved her away 'cause she kissed him or because she bit him.
Oh,
It could be.
maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe.
So there's more filler. He runs home. There's more filler. Blah blah blah. Karen's having more bad dreams.
Yeah.
I'm
He gets
probably
up in the middle of the night.
yeah. He wakes up while she's having a bad dream, and she goes and turns, and she's like, "Bill," and he's gone.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, screw you then."
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she
like,
wanted to
like
frog before
all
that.
this.
Well,
Yeah.
then as she's like looking for him, he's off in the wood. Like he ran off in the woods to hook up with Marcia. This is a
Well,
weird.
no, no. He hadn't been bit yet, or had he been bit?
Oh no,
He
wait.
he got
That's right. He gets attacked, right?
he gets bit on the arm. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
but
he
I
got
don't know if it's
smashed. Maybe it was. Yeah, he did get up here, didn't he?
yeah. And I read something that people don't really know who it was. People think it was Marcia. Other people think it was a different wolf, but
I
it
assumed
would
it was
make sense if
Marcia.
it was Marcia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like she ran out after him and transformed and attacked him.
yeah,
Yeah, she's the one who would want to keep him alive, whereas
right.
the other ones would want to just kill him.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
Especially when they're wolfing out together, she licks it.
Yeah.
And you know, like how wolves and like animals will kind of mess with their prey and not really kill them. So maybe it was like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe, yeah.
it's my vote that it was Marcia.
Marsha's just an evil, evil lady all the way around.
So he goes to the doctor. He gives him the shot. Like the doctor pulls out a needle,
What
Yeah.
is that thing?
and he's a huge pussy about it. He was like, Is this necessary?"
Do you
Like,
see that needle?
you just got
Yeah.
attacked by a werewolf, and you're worried about a needle?
The needle's like that long,
The whole
and,
thing
and
isn't
it's
gonna
like as
go in.
thick as my finger. That's not like your typical needle.
Stop
I
being
have
a
no.
putwa.
That's not where I thought that was going.
So, so from here, where do we go? It just jumps so much. I don't even know.
It jumps a lot. But so I mean, so let's talk about that part when he disappears, right? Into the woods to go scrump
Okay,
Well,
with
so
that's coming
Marsha.
up. We're not there yet.
Oh, we're
I'm
not there. All right, sorry,
Coming up.
going to
Stevie.
best. Are we missing anything?
Well, at this point is where he gets the shot and stuff, and then um, what's her face? Crap. Dee Wallace's character, Karen, calls
Karen.
up her friends back at the city. And they're like, he
Yeah,
was just attacked. Can you guys come back? Can you guys get here? And that's when the girlfriend starts like, the wolf thing, because they just went to that crazy store and everything.
yeah,
So she wakes them up in the middle of the night to come get them because the doctor was all, I don't suggest you guys leaving here in his state after just getting attacked.
Yeah,
So they go back to their bungalow thing. And that's why they have to stay, even though he just got attacked. They can't
yeah.
leave. So they bring him back, and then yeah, that's about it. But I
kind of
know,
like that scene in the Bronx Tale when they're at the bar and he locks the door and he's like, "Now you just can't leave."
yeah, that's one of the best scenes ever. So now we're at the night, that explains why they didn't just leave when he got attacked. So they're actually staying. And Karen tries to put the moves on him, but he's all, I
Right.
can't. The
Yep.
shots. And then go ahead, Mike.
We're out of sync.
Yeah, yeah, out of sync.
Yeah. So yeah, so now we see Wolf Marsha in her birthday suit.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So Bill wanders off into the woods. This scene is. I understand why they did it, but it's very. It reminds me a lot of like the Creep Show intro, like the animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
they
very jarring. It's like, wait, what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So they're by the fire. They're you know beating cheeks. Um. And then they start to wolf out.
Yeah.
Pretty good transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Who did the makeup for this movie?
Uh, well, the
It,
special effects, Rick Baker.
Was it Rick Baker?
well, it
Yeah.
was supposed to be Rick Baker.
That's it. And Rick
Well,
Baker.
he did some of it. I don't know how much,
Some
but
of
he
it.
did.
Well, he had to hand it. Yeah, he had to hand it off like halfway to his protege
So that
because
it.
he went.
Go ahead.
No,
Uh,
you go ahead. Go ahead.
So that's why it's so similar to American Werewolf in London, like the werewolf transformations, because Rick Baker went off to work on that. This video is sponsored by Luden's Cough Drops.
Um, so in that scene though, that sex scene, the actress that played Marsha, they told her that it wasn't that the nudity was not going to be shown. That they were going to use the smoke from the fire to blur it out, and then she didn't find out until she saw the movie and was like, "Oh,
Really?
they went full frontal on me." She had
Wow.
no idea.
Well, that's
Wow.
like that was full on frontal.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Oh, wow. I did not
I'll be
know
honest.
that.
Now that like I don't know if she's still alive. I don't know. She probably is. But
Yeah, I don't know.
now she probably is like, oh, look what I used to look like. Like now she probably doesn't care.
I'm gonna look right now to see if she's still alive. I'm curious about that. But that's some shady stuff right there.
Right?
Right.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was originally so that it was originally going to be a porn star actually that was going to play that role. because of the nudity and because of the sex scene. And the porn star turned it down. She was fine with all of that, but she wasn't okay with all the violence.
Huh.
So
Huh.
yeah, there you
So
go.
Somebody's
Elizabeth, I can't even try to pronounce her last name. She died in 97 at 46. She was
Oh
46.
wow.
She died. Yeah.
does it say how?
I'm trying to see if it will. Oh, she had cancer. 3 year struggle with cancer. She died in a hospice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Sorry. I was hoping it was gonna be like some cool thing like, yeah, she's still alive, you know.
Steven,
Yeah.
you're not gonna try to pronounce her last name?
No.
I'm on
What is it?
IMDb right now. It's Brooks.
No, that's her middle name.
It says Elizabeth Brooks.
Elizabeth Brooks. Hold on. That was her middle name.
Oh, I see.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I got it now. You have to scroll down to like her to like her bio. It's Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Brooks.
Brooks, Luyties.
Loitais.
Eucalyptus.
Loytides?
You can lift this dick.
Elizabeth Brooks. I knew I could say Brooks, but that's her middle name, jerk face.
All right, so
God, jeez.
we're getting off track.
Mike's just down there rolling about it. What are we
It's
doing, guys?
Elizabeth
Brooks.
Brooks.
You know, Brooks,
It wasn't Brooks. That's
Brookies.
her middle name.
Well, it's probably
Huh.
not the middle name. It's probably like her maiden name, and then they hyphenated.
No, it was straight up Elizabeth Brooks something. Loyties, or however you say it.
Loitais. I don't know.
Mai Tais.
My ties?
It's Yujiyama or Yujimoto or whatever it is.
Yeah. So
Um,
so they smack cheeks, as Matt says,
Beat Cheeks.
Beat
and
cheeks.
and she didn't know that she was shown in her glory,
Right.
Crazy, but
She
which
didn't
is
care about the crew and stuff, but they assured her that it would be blocked out, and it was not.
that's
shitty
shitty.
business. And I bet you back
That's
then
that's
was the time frame when they were like, you get paid extra money, because they used to do that. If you do scenes like
mhm.
that and you show nudity, you get paid extra money
Yeah.
for it. He was probably like, yeah, it's not gonna be filmed, so you don't get the extra money. Then
Yeah.
it comes out.
And actually, the I mean, fast forwarding a lot, but the actress that played Karen, she was supposed to be nude, and she's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna be nude." And the final scene in the barn, apparently there was supposed to be a bunch of like naked werewolf chicks in the rafters,
Hmm.
and they had it. And she walked in, it didn't know, and then she saw it, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this." And I
Oh,
guess they
wow.
were already behind budget and like so over budget and behind time, which it only took them 28 days to do this movie. But I guess the director came in and was like, "Yeah, it's stupid. Get rid of it. Put on have them put on clothes."
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, so they could just move
Wallace.
on.
D Wallace calling the shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she stood her ground.
D Wallace, I know we got to do an episode on Scream Queens.
Yeah,
D Wallace is up there. I mean, she is incredible. She
yes.
is in so many horror films. She embraces the
Mhm.
horror community. Um, I know I don't want to get off track, but that just reminds me we need to do our Scream Queen episode.
The whole time watching The Howling again, going back to it, that's all I thought of. Like how much of a scream queen she is,
Yeah,
because she does everything, and she still does. I mean, she just did like a cheesy Critters movie made for like sci-fi and had no qualms with it at all.
very underrated.
Yes,
So, all
yes.
right, where are we going from the smash scene? He's full on wolf now.
Yep.
Um,
So he's changing. They get in a fight. I mean, he hits her, and then she calls her friends.
yeah, she's like, I'm calling so and so. I'm out of here. Don't talk to me no
Yeah.
time.
And somewhere in this time, the friend I think, uh, oh yeah, she puts together that painting that Eddie had in his house in his apartment was there.
Hmm.
And so then she went snooping.
Hmm.
And whose cabin was it? I don't know whose cabin that
That
it
was
was.
Marcia and her
Was it
brothers.
Marcia's cabin? Okay.
Which
And
I'm
then she's
wondering
snooping
if
around.
Eddie, it might have been related to them also.
Yeah,
Because,
Marsha, it's Marsha Quist, TC Quist, and Eddie Quist. They're all related.
okay, I
They're
didn't
all
catch
related.
their last names. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
yeah, so Eddie and TC lives there too. So yeah.
Yeah. And
So
TC was the one that was in that in the door trying to get out.
yeah, so like when she's like going through files or something, she starts naming names. Like she says, "Oh, Marsha Quist, TC," because they have like files of everyone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's
All
kind
right.
of
I never caught it there, but
That's later on though.
that's right.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
where TC gets his arm cut off
Yep.
Hmm.
with the
Yep.
axe or
Yep.
the not the axe but the
And
hatchet.
Little hatchet
yeah, the
thing.
hatchet. And that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was amazing effects. It changing from the wolf hand to a human hand.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Bubble that was really cool.
it was cool. That was
Um,
a cool scene.
yeah.
And was this the scene? Was this the introduction to Wolf? Um, Wolf, what it, Chili?
Um, I I think this is where you saw Wolf Chili Can. And then I think later on one of the guys is eating wolf chili. But I
Yeah,
think this is where you just see a wolf chili can just
this was
like
the
hanging
introduction.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what's in wolf chili.
I don't know.
We gotta find a recipe.
Yeah.
But
Wolf
but
chili.
there's a
Look it up.
room in there that looks just like Eddie's room.
Hmm.
Got all dirty
Hmm.
pictures up, the smiley face sticker
Yep.
at the door. I love it how they did that. Everywhere he was going, you see that smiley face sticker.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty
But
cool.
I
have
forgot
all
to
that.
mention it's in the phone booth too in the very beginning.
Hmm.
And I forgot about that, but it's in
And that's
random places throughout the film.
yeah,
But at
yeah.
this point, we know TC's the one who loses his arm, but aren't they both there? Him and Eddie?
I don't think so. I think it's just him.
See, that scene is so hard to tell because you see when she goes down and hides.
He comes from behind.
Yeah, there's that one that's bust out from behind, and that looked like the one attack came from the side and got her. So I don't know if it was the camera switch or if there was two. But
Bad editing.
if you guys go back to that scene, someone comment if they see this, or if either one of you guys see this. When she first gets that hatchet, it's
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
weirdest thing in the world. It looks like there's a single pickle sitting on the piece of wood next to the hatchet. And then when she finally goes over to grab the hatchet, it's not there anymore. But the very first shot of like that they show the hatchet just sitting there, there's like a single pickle sitting right next to this hatchet.
Really?
Yeah.
Director's
I
like, get that pickle out of here.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's what it is. That's why I said someone comment or if you guys
Maybe she
watch,
was eating lunch.
let
She
me
was
know.
like
It's
she's like
crazy.
waiting for him to get his wolf costume on. She's like, I'm hungry. She's eating a pickle. She just sets it. All right, we're ready to go. She sets it down.
It's so weird. You got to check it out and let me know. Like if I'm just seeing things or what. But dude,
So, so where do we go from here? Where
so
does
she runs from there
Yep.
Yep.
to the doctor's office.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's where she calls her significant other.
Hmm.
Yep.
What's his name? Dennis? Was it Dennis? Because she was Terry. Was she dating Dennis? It's the
Those
guy from Happy Gilmore.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He
I
is.
know exactly who he is now.
he's in like a whole bunch of Adam Sandler movies. Whole
Yeah.
bunch.
I
He was in the grown up movies. He was in both Happy Gilmores.
Yeah. He goes, it's your shot, Mr. Gilmore.
Yep, but
he's not the one that calls him jackass.
no,
No. Mm-mm.
no, he's the guy that
No.
works with Happy Gilmore's girlfriend in the first one. He's like the
Yeah.
TV, like the guy who runs the golf thing.
Okay, his name's Chris. in the movie. His real name's Dennis Dugan.
Oh, that was his real name. I'm sorry. Okay, Chris. So she goes back to call Chris because she saw this and put the two together. And that's where she opens up the filing cabinet and does, finds out that they're brother, sister, and everything, like you were saying,
Right.
because of the last name. And this scene, there's quite a bit to talk about. It's a good one.
All right, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No,
Yeah.
this is,
No, you
well, I
do it,
mean,
man. This is
this
what
is,
pretty
it's
much makes the movie, right? I mean,
pretty close. Yeah, this is the beginning of it. But this
yeah,
is where you see Eddie again, back with the bullet hole thing in his forehead,
yeah,
which I gotta say, this whole time you've seen him, he looks so evil through this
yeah. Oh yeah, yep,
part. But this is where he goes after and kills Terry, and that's when Karen's looking for them. Doesn't she just like end up appearing at the office soon after because she left because the boyfriend pushed her or whatever? So she made her way up there trying to find
right.
someone. Terry's dead, laying underneath. Well, yeah. Was it Terry or was it Karen when he comes up off the bed? Like someone's just laying there covered up, and all of a sudden he just
That was
sits up. It's a very Michael Myers type, just sit
yeah.
up, like
That was
scared.
Terry. That was Terry killed on the thing. Yeah,
Yeah. That part was awesome. I love that. Like you don't
yeah.
know, have any idea. Then all of a sudden it's just he sits up and the sheet drops.
The makeup in this scene is great. Um,
Yeah.
Terry's dead body looks really creepy. And then Eddie with his bullet hole, and then the whole Eddie transformation. I really like the wolf transformations in this film. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. They look painful.
they do. I don't. I would give. I'm gonna throw the question out to you guys right now. Between this and American Werewolf in London, which movie do you like better?
Oh, like the whole movie?
Yeah.
Ooh, I I'll have to go with American Werewolf in London. Just because
I
there's not
think
as much it's not as slow as The Howling, I feel.
yeah.
I mean, American Werewolf in London's slow, but there's a lot more
Um,
to it. It keeps your interest, I feel, a little bit better than The Howling does.
I'm gonna have to agree, but I need to watch it again because this. I mean, The Howling's fresh in my mind. Um,
I would give it to American Werewolf in London, but
yeah.
I think The Howling is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Really good
Well,
werewolf.
it's. I mean, it's close, and for it to be the budget that it had
Well,
is
it's like
impressive.
it was like $1 million, a little over $1 million they
A
paid.
little over $1 million. Yeah. So, I mean, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah.
the transformation. How long was that transformation? I was gonna time it, but it's just a very long, and you're transfixed on it, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
you can't look away.
No,
You know,
it's
I watched it a couple times. I'm just like, what? And it's just, when his snout starts to grow and everything.
Bubbling up at the chest, the neck, how it all bubbles
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
And then he hawks out his clothes shred like the Incredible Hulk.
yeah.
Hmm.
I also like even when he digs in and pulls out that bullet. That was even cringy, you know? He's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, he's like really digging in there and he gets it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you say? I've got something on my mind or something like that.
Yeah.
I got something. Yeah.
And I do like how before all of this happens and you see the transformations and everything, I like how they explain how the werewolves are in this. And so you just guessing like, why are they wolfing out when it's not a full moon, you know?
Hmm.
I
Yep.
love it how
Right.
they answered that earlier in the movie, so you didn't weren't just like, because that would have upset me
Hmm.
being older and watching it now. I'd be like, it's not a full moon. Why are they wolfing out? But they said what they're
Yeah.
shapeshifters or something, so they can
Shapeshifters. Hmm.
whenever they want.
So
But
this is kind of the big antagonist versus the protagonist scene.
yep,
Um, After this, where do we go from? How does she get out of there?
Well, I think it's kind of funny how she waits until he fully changes to douse him with the acid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get it because it's for the movie, right? But you know,
Well,
he finally like changes, and then she throws the acid on him.
she seems to be a well, I don't know what you would call it. Like, doesn't react well to anything bad. Like at the beginning of the movie when she turns around, sees him, and she's like looking and can't scream. She's like,
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
yeah,
So she's kind of a procrastinator when it comes to protecting herself.
I'm
yeah.
gonna
I
wait
guess
until
so.
this gets really, really bad, and then I'll react.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
But she had enough wherewithal to go grab the thing, which I think there was something in there that said like wolf. There was some kind of wolf medicine in there too. By the way, I don't know if it was wolf acid, but
Wolfbane, is that what it's called or
yeah,
whatever? That plant that kills wolves or whatever?
I'm not sure. Maybe, but so yeah, so she threw that and then took off and
Got out of there.
So Chris is heading back.
yep.
Chris has the silver bullets.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um, refresh my memory. How does Chris and Karen meet up? It's shortly after this.
Well, they meet up because the doctor, they take Chris hostage, like take her to that big barn thing where they're all at. The wolves are at.
Karen, they take Karen.
They take Karen hostage, and then Chris
Yeah.
ends up at the barn.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
messed up
no,
there.
that's right.
And this is where Chris comes in, and he's the hero of the day for a little bit.
Well, first he goes to the doctor's office,
Yep, yep, and then
which is
sees.
one of the most incredible makeup scenes in this whole movie. When because they show Eddie with like his face melted and skull
Melted.
sticking out and everything, and
Yep.
he's all like, I'll do you a favor or whatever," and gives him the gun back because he doesn't think he has silver bullets.
Hmm.
And then he's like, "Shoot me, go ahead, I'll give you this."
Yep.
Just got him in his throat, but that makeup on him was so scary and evil. I watched this movie on Blu-ray and then I watched it on DVD, and the DVD version is much darker. It's very dark. And dude, it was just, both versions were so good, like so equally eerie, you
Yeah.
know?
So it getting all cleaned, getting cleaned up didn't hurt it.
No. Nope, it was still just the same, I think.
Good.
Because now you could like when they cleaned it up, the makeup was so good that it looked bad on him. He looked
Yeah.
rough. And then the other version's so dark that you can't see the makeup as well. It's just like you see a little bit of skull and stuff, but you're not seeing the definition of the skin that's melted and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're both eerie and messed up. But I gotta say
Yeah.
that
That's
this
awesome.
is my favorite makeup scene in the whole movie. It's so scary.
Is
Yeah.
this your favorite scene of the whole movie?
Hmm. It's a toss up. It's close. I'll tell you another one of my favorite scenes when we get there.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, we're close to the end, so it's got to be.
Yeah.
Kind of close. Kind of close. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris goes to the barn,
Yeah.
and this is where Karen's being held. Karen runs to the doctor, and he's like, "Nope,
Nope. I'm not him.
I'm not the one." Uh, they say Bill's with us now,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. I don't know why Bill got picked. Why did they pick
Um,
Bill over Karen?
Well, I think that they were probably thinking that if they had Bill, it would bring Karen to them
yeah. Well,
because they
plus
had to
Bill is,
use force to get him because of the girl.
yeah.
But Karen, they didn't.
Plus Bill is bigger. Um, Maybe they thought that he would produce big wolf babies.
Bill's kind of a pussy until he turned into a wolf.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean he's wearing women's cardigans.
Yeah.
Won't eat meat.
So
He won't eat.
They don't think that Chris has silver bullets in his gun. He's got his rifle pulled up. Uh, he's like, they're like, whatever, go ahead, shoot. And he starts popping off.
Yep.
He
Someone,
wastes so many silver bullets too.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. And they're like, oh shit, he does have silver bullets.
Yep.
And then they get out of there, right? He,
Yeah.
he grabs Karen and then they take off running.
He locks them in with the extra gun that
Yep.
they
And
got.
by the way, the doctor got shot, right? But he didn't die. Like he shot him in like the shoulder, and he was crawling, but you never see him die.
Yeah, he says thank you. He like thank God it's done, it's over, or whatever. When he
Yeah.
falls to
Yeah.
die because he didn't want to be a wolf anymore.
Yeah.
So I think they just did it like you're supposed to just assume
Assume. Okay.
since he
They
said
did
that.
something in the scene where it was kind of telling it. I think the doctor was at odds with a lot of the colony
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
he's like trying to control them. And they were
Mhm.
like, we can't be controlled. It doesn't matter, how much you try or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Like we're tired of eating cattle and things. We
Yeah. We need to do
want to
this
eat
how we
humans.
used to do it, like the old way.
They were
Yeah.
punk rock. They wanted out of the norm.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like, screw society. Screw your
Yep.
society.
So yeah, so they lock them in, they light them up, they light it up, they light the fire, or they light up the barn, man. They're
Yep.
burning up, and
Yep.
so then they pseudo escape until they don't.
What's the only way to kill a werewolf?
The only way?
Yeah.
Well, they said a few Monster Squad, but this one they say it's silver bullets or burning them.
I was just throwing back to the Monster Squad.
But wasn't the other one a Monster Squad was like tear them apart or something, blow them up or
Oh,
something like
yeah,
that?
they do like they actually in Monster Squad they say basically the whole scene of when they put the dynamite on him and throw him out a window onto a bomb. Like they literally say that whole scene in the treehouse, which is pretty funny.
So they take off in a car. The barn's on fire. It's burning up the wolves. um, take over for me.
This
Well,
is where
and
they
then they go ahead.
Pickens. I just wanted to say that.
Then what? Slim
This is where they
Pickens.
come up running the Slim Pickens.
Yep. Now Slim Pickens is so we find out Slim Pickens is a wolf as well.
Yep.
Shoots him, kills him, and then all the wolves show up. The car won't start, and it's funny like these wolves. And I know it doesn't, but like whenever I saw the wolves with the long ears, I always thought of Donnie Darko. Just kind of the look, but so they're all attacking and they're shooting them. And I mean, it's a pretty it. I mean, the effects in this movie are done really well.
Except for the claymation part at the end of it.
So
This
so
scene.
the stop motion at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So
stop motion
so
scene.
outside of the animation part, after when they scrump, and then the stop motion. Apparently, there was a lot of other stop motion parts in the movie
Oh,
that
really?
they didn't end up using, but they kept that one.
Huh.
That's what that's the end. That's what they want them to. That's what they want everybody to remember.
Yeesh.
All right.
So
But
this is where they get the surprise in the back of the car, right?
yep,
When what's his face pops out and
yep.
Karen gets
Bit on the
bit
arm.
in the shoulder. Yeah. You find out
Yep,
it's her hubby
yep. Shoots him in the face
right in the face with a silver bullet.
with a silver bullet. Um, yeah, and then then they go back, and you think everything's good until it's not.
They get to the news channel, the news broadcast. She's ready to go back to work,
Yep,
right? And the guy's like, she better not mess it up this time.
yep,
And Chris is like, she's not going to mess it up. Let her go. He's sitting in the back, this is a weird thing. She goes completely off script as to what she's supposed to say. The teleprompter is saying one thing, and they start like freaking out. This isn't what she's supposed to be saying. And she's talking about how there's this underground uh, colony society. We're everywhere, blah blah blah. And then she looks up. I really like this scene,
Me
Yeah,
too.
and her eyes are like so almost like silver spheres.
yeah,
And she
like
starts,
golden silver. Yeah,
yeah, she like starts to scream, and Chris just pulls up a rifle out of nowhere.
yeah, yeah. That's the part that's like weird, right?
How do you
Well,
get
they
this?
had it
So,
planned. They
Huh?
had
so
it
he
planned.
knows they had it planned. Okay,
Yeah, because when she's getting her makeup done before she goes on, they're talking, and he's like, "I don't know if I can go through with this."
okay.
And
That
she was like,
yeah, that's okay.
you got to. You just do it the way we planned it or whatever." So they talked about how they were going to do this.
Yeah,
Well, would he just uh have it in his pants?
Maybe. I mean,
it's
they're
the
in the big
'80s.
control
It's the
room.
80s. People just brought their rifles
They
to
just had gun. They just had guns, you know. And
He could have it propped up in the corner or something.
maybe.
yeah,
And
but yeah,
go ahead.
no, I guess her scream. They were going to use a fake scream, but she insisted that she did the scream, and that was a pretty intense blood curly scream that she
Yeah,
did.
She's really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Um.
that she looks over and has the tear coming from her eye, like
Yeah.
crying, like the whole thing, it's just getting her.
Yeah. So it was jarring. Her wolf when I saw it, and so I researched it, and like she didn't want her wolf to be ugly, so she made them
Oh,
make
gee.
her own personal wolf mask, so it wouldn't be an ugly looking wolf.
It looks like a Ewok.
It's
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It
I
looks
always
like
called it a pug wolf.
a what?
A pug wolf because of the nose.
Yeah.
yeah, a pug wolf. Yeah, look a little bit like a mogwai coming through.
Like I don't think I could shoot that wolf.
No,
But Chris,
no, it looked like a friendly wolf, like a teen wolf.
Yeah, yeah. And I love it how the guy played the principal in Teen Wolf. The look he gives her is like the exact same look he gives the dad at the end of Teen Wolf when he wolfs out on him. Exact same look.
so Chris
Um,
just pops a cap.
yeah. And what's funny is that so I guess when they did this, it was really it was a they were getting political with it too. They were saying how people back then they were saying people were becoming so desensitized because of what was being shown on TV and the news.
The news.
And so when they were going to all the different houses, people were like, that lady just turned into a wolf. And
Yeah.
they're at the bar and they're like, you think that's fake? I don't think that's real.
It's special
Like,
effects.
Yeah.
yeah. And it just made me think, it's like, man, I was like, with AI the way it is today, like, you don't know what you're seeing, right? So it's just, it was funny that they had that little thing at the end of the movie where people were just like, huh,
Yeah.
Very
okay.
dismissive of the whole thing.
Very dismissive.
The
Yeah.
mom's yelling at the kids. What are you guys watching in there? The
Yeah.
news lady's turning into a werewolf.
The news lady's turning into a werewolf. Okay.
But I love
It
when it
reminded
goes.
me. Oh, go
What?
ahead.
I was gonna say I love what it goes to though, right after they cut the TV.
Yeah, the dog food commercial.
Yeah.
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 Little
Just
subtle
pops
comedic
right in there. The
bits.
gross.
So that's the end of the film.
Well, so it plops to that, and then they're at the bar talking about what they just seen. You got that guy that's drinking. He's like, "No, that was a real werewolf." The guy's like, "You're drunk, or you've been drinking too much." He goes, "I may be drunk, but that was a real werewolf." And
Yep.
it goes to that other guy who orders steak and cheese or whatever and a hamburger for the lady, and you find out it's
Oh yeah, yeah.
the
It's Martha.
sister, and she
Oh yeah,
wants
that's
it
right.
rare.
Yeah,
Where
And it
I
goes
want
to
it rare.
credits as that burger's cooking on the grill. And
Yep.
then, did you
Yep.
guys watch it after the credits?
No.
No, I
Because
didn't.
after that, you just see that burger cooking and cooking, and then after that, it goes to the very end. As the last name comes up, it shows another little snippet from Wolfman, the black and white Wolfman.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Lon Chaney
the Lon
Jr.
Chaney.
Yeah, Lon Chaney talking to that witch girl or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
and it ends like that.
Awesome.
I again, I really loved all the old school call outs in this movie, and to the point where they did so many. If I were to write them all down, it would be a ton and a lot that I didn't even know. I get we didn't even talk about the coroner was talking about I don't and I can't remember his name, but he made the original werewolf movie back in 1935. His name was, if I can find it, probably can't find it. Oh, Stuart Walker, Werewolf of London in 1935. So he was telling a story of Stuart Walker, and that was a callback to the guy that created the first werewolf movie, considered the first werewolf movie.
Hmm.
That's
So I thought
cool.
that was cool. But the fact that there were so many things like that in this movie um, was really cool.
That
I
is
found
cool.
it to be neat.
Heck yeah, yeah.
Um,
Joe Dante does that a lot in his movies, though. Like Gremlins has a lot of references to other movies and stuff like that. When you
I
watch his
haven't
movie,
watched Gremlins since I was a little kid.
The Burbs, that's another one. They talk about like other movies in that one and bring stuff up. He's just I don't know what I don't know what he would just must be like a movie fan or something, and
Yeah.
pays homage to everyone.
I feel like if I made movies, that's what I would do. Just like have like little callbacks, like real subtle stuff throughout the movies.
Yeah, it
Um,
shows you appreciate.
yeah. So in Gremlins, the smiley face sticker is on their refrigerator. So
Huh.
that's the
Yeah, I read
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And it's also
yeah.
in
It's
Silver Bullet. Stephen King wanted
yes.
to reference The Howling in that movie.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
Product placement, I didn't really notice. I'm sure
there
that
was there was there was one. It was a Visa Mastercard thing in the occult shop. In fact, they started talking about Visa Mastercard, but there was an actual Visa Mastercard placard on the table there. That's all I
yeah.
saw.
And that's
They
probably around the time where credit cards were starting to like be a thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like I said, they even talked about it a little bit. Um, this movie actually beat out it. I don't really remember the award that it won. It was some kind of like weird Saturn award or something like that. But it beat out The Fog and The Shining for best horror movie that year.
Wow.
Wow. That's
That's
crazy.
that's wild.
The Shining.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know, right?
Well,
That
it cost just a little over $1 million to make, and I think it made like 18 million, around 18 million. It
Yeah,
grossed. So I mean it did well.
yeah. I mean, considering there are werewolf movies out there that just they're very few and far between. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
so scale of 1 to 10, what are you guys giving this? Mike?
1 to 10 wolf parts.
Yeah.
Um, I'll go 6.5 on this one.
Okay.
I liked it. I like this movie. There's a lot of slow parts, and again, the editing is really choppy, but it's a good movie, and I'll watch this again.
So you liked it better than Funhouse.
Yeah, I did. I mean, Funhouse was okay. I just there was a lot of things like Gunther was really cool. Um, but outside of Gunther, Funhouse had a lot of things that I wasn't a fan of.
Hmm.
But this movie, yeah, it was slow in some parts of the editing and some of the music choices, but I like the overall feel of the movie. And I like the whole werewolf because again, There's not a whole lot of werewolf movies, and so to see one done well, and I love all the homages to other things. No, I even like I mean, even when they're sitting at home and they get the call, I forget their names, not Chris. They're laying in
Oh,
bed and they're watching an old
Terry and
old
Chris,
werewolf movie. Yeah, they're watching an old werewolf movie. Um, so
or
yeah,
Terry and
I
was it Chris? Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, some bad editing choices notwithstanding, I think that they did a pretty good job. So I'll give it 6.5.
I didn't get to stay earlier. We were texting Matt and you were saying about it being choppy, but we didn't talk about the movie at all, and I said there's kind of a reason for that.
Yeah.
So I guess it was taken from a novel, this movie,
Okay.
and Joe Dante didn't really like the novel and the way it went, so he took like a little bit of the premise of it and just wrote his own story for it. And so I think that's why I was a little choppy going through it because coming from novel. But then they made Howling 4. Howling 4 is actually directly from the novel.
Wow.
So
Heard
this
that.
was just like he took a little bit from the novel and then also did his own thing in this. And I think that was my assumption on why it was so choppy.
It's going to be a little while before we get to the Howling 4, but if you guys will stick with me, we will get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, really fun, like quick little story about that. I guess he was doing some sort of panel, and people were asking him questions, and one guy was like, "Is it true that you don't like the book?" And you like went off of the script and everything. He's like, "Yeah, I don't like the book," and it was the author of the book
Oh,
of the novel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
He straight up shut him down.
dude, that's awesome. I love that.
He's like, I made your book better.
Yeah, but he didn't know, and that was the best part. He's like, "Yeah, I'm the author."
oh, geez.
How much did Howling 1 gross and how much did Howling 4 gross? We'll,
Yeah,
we'll see. That's
I guess
funny.
there's eight Howlings. And they're coming out with a TV on Netflix, right? A TV adaptation on Netflix. That's what I read. I read that they're coming out
Really?
with
I
a
didn't hear
Howling on
about that
Netflix.
one yet.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
All right,
Yeah.
Steve,
I
what do you
know.
give it?
But, um, we give it I'd give it a solid 7. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give this.
I think I think your grading and my grading are very similar. Uh, I would agree with that. I would go. I would go. I don't know, 6.75 maybe.
6.75.
Yeah, like
6.75.
6.75.
I thought we were allowed to do that. I tried to do that a while back and you told me
Well,
no.
No,
no, we didn't. You can
I
do
said
whatever
you
you
can do
want.
whatever you wanted. I would.
I'm going. I'm going 6.52.
I'm going 7.
I'm going 6.75.
If it did have so much of that slow stuff in the middle,
Yeah,
colony, it would be higher for me because I absolutely love the lighting in this movie because
Mhm.
it's
the lighting
so
was awesome. Yeah,
raw and gritty. Like I said, at Grindhouse, like they want you to feel like that grit and dirt in New York, but then they're in the colony. It's well lit and bright and vibrant, and but there's just too much filler, like you guys were saying.
yeah.
I
A
feel.
lot of filler and a lot of back and forth, and that makes it hard for my brain to like American Werewolf in London is very straightforward, follows these two guys, and it's not a lot of back and forth with other people.
Yeah,
Yep.
And
yeah.
that's why I say that American Werewolf is I like it better than The Howling. I do love The Howling. I love Dee Wallace. Um, I
The
mean they
makeup, fantastic. Like that transformation is,
Yeah. Let me ask you
you know,
guys this, since you brought that up. Do you guys prefer the type of werewolves that are in Howling and like dog soldiers and that, or the type of werewolf in American Werewolf in London, where it's like a real wolf on all four legs running around, or the stand up, scary, tough ones?
can I answer that question after we do American Werewolf?
Sure. Just
Yeah,
keep it in the
I
back of
want to.
your head so I don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with him on that. Which is it's kind of funny you say that because if you notice, they never did a full body shot of the wolves in the movie because they couldn't get the legs right.
Oh, is that why they didn't do it? They get
Hmm.
close to a full body, but
They
yeah, I
get
noticed
close,
it.
yeah, but they couldn't quite get them to look
Hmm.
right. Like they said either they were too skinny or they just looked too cartoony. Maybe they should have stop motioned it.
That's probably why they did it that scene at the end there that we were talking
They,
about.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean,
NECA
yeah,
just released a Howling figure with the Ultimate Howling Werewolf, and it's huge.
I didn't look at it. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Um, I mean, it's cool. I probably won't buy it, but
Yeah.
I'm glad they're doing movies like that, though.
You
And
should pop you should pop that Eddie animatronic head that we saw at Mask Fest again in this.
yeah,
Now that we're talking about the makeup and stuff, because that looked good.
it looked really good. Um,
Put
actually,
it next to the put them side by side.
just click on the video and watch it.
God, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of the first tables that we go to, but there were two Eddie Quist werewolves. The one was more human and then the one was more wolf-like, and they were both like transforming. It was really cool. Mike, next year you should try to come up for Mask Fest. I don't know if
It's always this.
yeah, you may not be able to get off.
Well, always this early.
It is. Yeah. It's always kind of the same weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but it's really cool. I think you would like seeing it, but so that's
We got
our Howling
we got to
1980.
point out the Wolfman pinball machine back there too, though. We
Yeah.
got to point that
Um.
out for this video.
You what?
I said we got to point it out for this video, so make sure people see that
No,
Wolfman
Wolfman.
1987.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
awesome.
have a howling one, so I figured I get Wolfman. It's fine.
Good
It'll
enough.
Hey,
work. But
yeah,
you said at the Mass Fest that somebody came up like people were like they weren't a fan of the new format that we were doing. So
Well, we'll work around it. I think this went pretty well.
yeah,
yeah.
I yeah, I think we did good. Mike probably has like a bunch of other stuff though that he didn't say.
Well, he left his notes at work,
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I,
so
I
Is
did.
that what that text was about?
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right,
that's right.
right on.
I had I had a bunch of notes. It's fine. It's fine. It's I don't think it's really anything that's life shattering.
I mean, the Howling, it's already got enough filler.
We
It's
don't
in
need more
your head.
You
filler.
don't need to make it longer than it already is.
It's in
No.
your head. It's in your head.
Minus for
It's definitely a movie I think that people should see. I yeah, I'll watch it again. I like it. It's in the rotation.
all right.
I know people are going to be amped for us to get to the marsupials one.
Which one is that? Is that three?
3 or 4.
Well, four is based on the book.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't I didn't read it, so I don't know for sure, but
I've never seen any of the Howling sequels, so maybe two. But
part 2 was weird.
all right. Thank you guys for watching. Uh, we'll see you guys next time. Next episodes, I think, are going to be Halloween centric because it's getting to be that time.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Best time of the year.
We'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye bye.